thank everybody for coming. I've had a chance to chat with a few of you, and that's very nice. I'll give you just a kind of a brief rundown on what my company does and why we think Washington State and our neighbors in Oregon are so special, especially for wine, and a little bit about the wines that we chose for the evening. So my namesake winery is Chateau Michel. That's what our company was built around. We're now a portfolio of about 8 different wineries in Washington, 1 in Oregon, 4 brands in Napa Valley in California, and then we have some very special partners that we import wines from around the world. So if you're interested, you can go online and learn about us. We sell a lot more than Washington wine, but it's really where our heart is. So we wanted to show you some great wines from the Northwest tonight and pair them with the food from Session Kitchen. We had a very special Riesling. Riesling is one of the things that made Chateau Ste. Michel famous. It's one of the things that makes those big numbers that you heard about production and sales really big, because we are the largest Riesling producer in the world. I was actually talking to one of you here that thought Riesling was from Germany, and that's true. It originally came from Germany, but it's one of the shining stars of Washington State. But as you can see, we do a lot of things well in Washington. The reason for that is because of our climate. So I think probably first thing people that aren't from Washington State think of is Seattle. Green, rain, that sort of thing. Well, that's on the western side of the state. As all those Pacific storms hit the Cascade Mountains, they drop all their water. And there can be anywhere from 15 to 40 inches of rain on that western side of the state. Our side where we grow grapes is the eastern side of the state. And it's basically a high desert plateau. Only 3 to 6 inches of rain a year, depending where we're talking about. So the only thing that makes growing wine grapes possible is irrigation. We have these great rivers, the biggest which is the Columbia River, the second largest flow in the continental United States, and it makes it possible to have computerized drip irrigation on the vines. We have lots of sunshine, lots of heat, but no water. The winemakers get the computer and they control the rain, which makes it very special. They can deprive the grapes of water when they want to, and when they want to, they can give them water. It's just like having a direct line to Mother Nature, and it makes it easy to grow a lot of grape varieties well. So we showcased some today, but almost every grape variety that you think of is commercially grown in the U.S., we do well. Aside from Pinot Noir, and we own a winery in Oregon that we're showcasing tonight. We'll show you what Pinot Noir from a cool climate is like. So we tasted Pinot Gris, which is the same grape as Pinot Grigio. We tasted an example from both Washington and our winery in Oregon. I think some of you probably saw the differences. They're subtle, but they're interesting. Then we tasted 2 Sauvignon Blancs, and those actually come from the same area within the Columbia Valley, a little appellation called the Horse Heaven Hills, which was named for these horses that they always saw wild horses watering at the river, and they would always escape back into these rolling hills and they'd never find them. So you have grapes from the same area, but 2 different wineries and 2 different winemakers. So I think you can see the stylistic difference, and that's why we chose 2 similar wines to pair with each course. As we move on, we're going to go into reds. We're going to have that Pinot Noir from Oregon, which is probably the premier place to grow Pinot Noir in North America. There's some Californians that might argue, but we've been making classic Pinot Noir in Oregon for a long time. And Erath is one of the founding Oregon wineries. Dick Erath was among the first crazy guys to drive up from California and plant Pinot Noir. And then we have a Syrah from Washington on the other table to pair with that. And then we finish the night with 2 big red wines. We have a Cabernet Sauvignon from H3 from, once again, that Horse Heaven Hills place, and a red blend from Chateau Ste. Michel, special series called Indian Wells, and that's a blend of primarily Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Syrah. And then a little bit of winemaker's secret blend with everything else thrown in. They're big, robust wines. I think you'll finish off with a really special feeling. Stacy did mention that we have a nice partner at Argonaut Wine and Liquors that did a nice discount offering for anybody who wants to stock up for their cellar. If you like these wines, just write out what you're interested in. They'll call you to confirm everything. They'll arrange either pickup or delivery if your order's nice enough. They do have a minimum for delivery. But I hope you guys enjoy tonight. Cherie is also helping me out, and I'd like to thank her. She works for Chateau Ste. Michel with me here in Colorado, and she's just as knowledgeable as I. So if you have questions during the evening, things that we didn't talk about, I want to keep this brief so we can keep having fun. But feel free to talk to either one of us. Thank you.
Anything that you guys like on the food sale, he or I will take the information and get it to Argonaut for you.
Yep.
So, thank you again. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.